PI, Pacific Mornings with Aggie.
Aloha kako and welcome to Pacific Mornings with Eggie here on 531 PI. It is 13 minutes past 8 o'clock. Now, applications for the Young Pacific Leaders Conference in Hawai'i are open for young people aged between 25 to 35 years. Oh, damn, I'm already out of it. The program will cover conference travel, accommodations, and of course meals for the selected recipients. So joining us this morning to give more details on the conference is the Young Pacific Leaders Conference spokesperson, Mara Hosoda Su'a. With that, I say, talofa love and welcome to the show.
Aloha kakahiaka, Agnes. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So good to have you join us this morning, Mara. Thank you again for your time and great to meet you. Now, I'd love to know what really is the importance, though, of the whole Young Pacific Leaders Conference for our Pacific people?
Yeah, I think the importance is that it's a professional development opportunity to train young leaders, by providing them the skills, networks, and knowledge that they need to be successful. I think what's unique about this conference is that it includes 24 different Pacific nations, including those from my home state of Hawaii, as well as all of our South Pacific, the French Pacific, as well as the American affiliated Pacific. So just getting all these young leaders together in the room with some great ideas, it is pretty much the importance and significance of it. These young leaders do focus on four key areas, which includes some of the most pressing issues of our time, like education and climate change. So getting a group together and developing our skills together is what the program's all about.
That's beautiful. Mara, of course, unfortunately, this is actually the first time that I've heard of it. So how long has this actual program been running for already?
Yeah, our Young Pacific Leaders Conference has been running now since 2013. Obviously, the last 2 years have been a bit rough due to COVID. We did do the conference virtually last year, but we have been running it since 2013 and have really expanded. So now our Young Pacific Leaders program, it includes a conference, but also some small grant opportunities that follow on, as well as regional workshops that are more specific. And yeah, we've got a lot of great initiatives. So hopefully I'll be back on your show another time to talk about those too.
Absolutely. If you're just tuning in, we are speaking with Mara Hosoda Su'a, who's talking about the Young Pacific Leaders Conference in Hawaii, which I think is amazing when I just heard the fact that it is there in your homeland. What is it for young people? How can they actually apply? I mean, what do they need to do to be part of this program?
Yeah, so our application form is available online. So you just need to go online and fill out all the details there. It does require you to fill in, I think the hardest part is probably the essay questions about what leadership looks like and what it means to you. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward application process.
Mara, can I ask, obviously for yourself though, you've been part of the program. What are the benefits that you have seen come out of it?
Yeah, well, I've seen some amazing benefits. A lot of joint projects run between different leaders. For example, we had some leaders meet at the conference in 2019 in Fiji, and they went on to create NGOs focusing on environmental issues. At the last in-person conference we did in Suva, Fiji, our Young Pacific leaders got to sit in and act and do a mock Pacific Islands forum. So acting on regional issues together jointly, which is a challenge when you have 24 different nations all having individual interests, but the exercise of having to come together and work towards a common goal, whether that be security or climate change, really seeing the young people rise to the challenge and putting themselves forward. So that's one example of the conference coming together, but the follow-on from the conference too has been amazing. I think, when we were sitting in Fiji, we didn't think, after that, we actually had some of the leaders take part in the actual delegations that went to the actual Pacific Islands Forum after that. So seeing our leaders, come through this program and develop and transform into even better leaders has been amazing, and the real impact that they've made for their communities, applying for the small grants to do everything from cleaning out invasive seaweed in Tuvalu to creating environmental exchanges between American Samoa and Samoa. It's really been amazing what's happened after the conference and beyond. Yeah.
I think for those, like I have asked who, if people want to apply, but is there anything that you're specifically looking for those who do apply? Because, people are probably listening in, but like, oh, I possibly could do that, or maybe they're too shy to apply. Is there something you're specifically looking for those who you want to select as a recipient to this program?
Yeah, we're definitely looking for, well, first off, I would say the eligibility requirements are strict. So you do have to be in that 25 to 35 age range. And really, we're looking for young people who are dedicated to their communities, that are leading different projects, that have ideas on how they want to collaborate regionally. So not just looking at leading your own community that you belong to, but how you would learn from others, as well as share what you're doing with others across the region.
Love, love. Look, I'm glad that there is something like this. Mara, if there was a message, though, that you could send to those who are thinking about applying, what would be your sort of key final message to encourage them to apply?
Yeah, I guess two final messages. One would be, if you are shy and hesitant, don't be. Please do put yourself forward. I know in our Pacific culture that's not always an easy thing to do, but if you're thinking about it, go ahead and apply. There's nothing you lose from applying. And I think, it's always good practice to put yourself forward for these types of professional development opportunities. Absolutely. And then I guess my second point leading off of that, if you are hesitant or unsure what makes you a good leader, ask an auntie, ask a cousin, ask a parent, what are my strengths? What are my leadership qualities? Because sometimes it's the people in the networks around you that can see that in you when you can't see it yourself. So yeah, always ask for help on your application too.
And just finally, though, where is the best place for these for our young Pacific recipients? Where can they head to basically apply?
Yeah, so you can head to our Facebook, our Young Pacific Leaders Facebook. There's a post there that you can find, and it'll link you to the online application. I can send you the link too as well after we get off the call.
Love. Mara, look, thank you so much for your time this morning. Really great to know that there is this conference like this, and I'm hoping that there's going to be quite a few people jumping on to apply for it. But thank you again for your time this morning.
No, thank you. We look forward to receiving your applications.
Absolutely.